So we're going to focus more now on what I like to call the secondary core. I call it the secondary core because it is a very strong portion of our body, the shoulder girdle. We can't get away from the fact that these muscles are incredibly strong and important, but in my view, they're not quite as important as our primary core that we talked about in the last segment. So we want to talk about the shoulders again in terms of superficial and deep. It's a very important way to visualize the shoulders. The superficial shoulder muscles you're probably familiar with. Across the front chest we have the pectorals. There's the pectoralis major, the largest of the pectorals. Underneath it we have the pectoralis minor. The main difference between these two pectoral muscles is the pectoralis major works with the arm. It comes all across here, and then from this origin inserts here at the humerus bone. So when we move our arm in different directions, such as this or this, then our pectoralis major is more active. The pectoralis minor, which is underneath, is a much smaller muscle, not nearly as strong, and it goes into the scapula. The scapula is our shoulder blade, if you're not familiar with it. So the pectoralis minor, you see the movement at the scapula, not at the arm. It actually helps to drop the scapula down, depression of the scapula, and also helps to pull the scapula forward. This is known as scapular abduction. That might be a little confusing. Remember we talked about abduction and adduction? Scapular abduction is taking it away from the midline. Scapular adduction is bringing the shoulder blades closer to the midline. Once again, abduction, adduction of the scapula. Very different than of the arms. Not the same thing at all. So again, the pectoralis minor is helpful with abduction. Those are the prominent chest muscles. Over here, we have a deltoid muscle. We have our deltoid muscle. The deltoid muscle is a very large and strong muscle that looks kind of like a shoulder pad when we bring our arms out. It's right over these joints, running from here to here. This is the most powerful abductor of the shoulder, not of the scapula. So when we do this action, we're using our deltoid. I don't know how many of you, when you were kids, might have put your hand against the wall and pushed real hard into the wall. If you didn't do this when you were a kid, you really should try it. You push your hand into the wall for 30 seconds or more, as hard as you can. You step away from the wall and your arm floats up. That's showing how strong the deltoid is, or what the deltoid does anyway. It's an abductor mostly. So that's overlying here. Then behind us, we have this trapezius area. Trapezius muscle, named because it's trapezoid shaped. It actually goes all the way up to the skull and neck. A lot of people think of the trapezius muscles as just the area we massage right around here, but the trapezius muscle goes all through here in a trapezoid shape. The trapezius muscle is so big and large that it actually is an agonist and antagonist of itself. What do I mean by that? Well, part of the trapezius, the upper portion, helps to lift the shoulder blades up. The lower portion presses the shoulder blades down. Right? That's how big and strong it is. A lot of your larger muscles do that, including the deltoid. Remember I said the bicep and the tricep are agonist and antagonist. Trapezius and deltoid, same thing. The front deltoid and the back deltoid, agonist, antagonist. Same with the trapezius.